Screencast-O-Matic just ate a screencast I was pretty happy with about peer review, but onward and upward we go. So let's hope I am at least as effective as I just was before my wonderful screencast got eaten. Okay, peer review. Let's just go through the how to post and how to share, and then a little bit about the guidelines involved, shall we? First thing you're going to do is you're going to read all these, you're going to read the sample essays here. You got 3 of them here. You're going to, of course, consult the assignment. You did that last week. And you're going to write at least 1 page of your essay 2 rough draft and prepare for peer review. So hopefully you write a lot more. The more you write, the more feedback you can get from your peer reviewer and also from me potentially. So let's look at one of these sample essays. Okay, so first of all, I'm Raquela. Now, hi, I'm Raquela. I wrote an essay entitled Nirvana, and I wrote about my place called home as a Machine Gun Kelly concert. What a cool idea, right? It certainly isn't my back porch or, the trail out by my house. This is a clever approach to the assignment, so I'm very happy with myself as a writer. So I'm Raquela. I am the first person to complete my rough draft, and I'm ready for peer review. So I go to this essay 2 peer review sheet, which I guess I can show you is also, it's all over the place here, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, right here. There's the spreadsheet right there. You have a couple different spots where you can find it. So I'm Raquela. I go here. I'm the very first one. R-I-K-A-L-A. Okay, my email address is let's say AOL.com. All right, now is where the sharing comes into effect. Now, I'm going to click, can I move this? I guess I can't. The blue share button over here. Great. Click on share. Okay, so the blue share button that is over here on the upper right hand side that makes the screen worse to see. This screencast is already worse. So what I can do, I have a couple of different options. I can click on shareable link, and I can leave it that anyone can comment. That's one option. Or I can leave it off. Only specific people can access. You can essentially kill the link to anyone. All right, so whichever one you want, copy link. I don't care which one you do. Many students like to, I'd say about half and half. Half the students like to limit who sees their work to just the person who's doing the peer review, and another half, maybe a little more than half of the students like to put their stuff out there to get as much feedback as possible, and also so that they can share their work with others. The more rough drafts you see, the more maybe inspiration you're going to get for your own rough draft. I don't care how you go about this. I just care that your name, your email address, and the link get put up here by the deadline. So I'm Raquela. I've chosen to limit my access to only the person who's below me. So now Raquela has to wait. She's the first person, which makes it a little weird because she doesn't have anybody to read yet. But she will soon, because now here I am. I'm Ashley, and I made a rough draft entitled A House of Memories. Not the most exciting title, but this is a pretty dour essay, pretty, the fancy word I would say is lachrymose. It's got a lot of, houses are where good things happen, yes, and I'm sure many of you are going to write about those good things, but houses are also where less pleasant things happen sometimes, right? And that's kind of what this essay is about. So anyway, I'm Ashley. I'm ready to share. So I go to the sheet, Ashley, and then I'm Ashley at hotmail.com. Sure, let's keep them all old. So now I'm Ashley. I've got this essay. I click on the blue share button over here, get the shareable link, and now I don't care. So anyone can comment. So anyone at Stark State College with a link can comment. So you can also go down to more and change it to anyone with a link. I guess you all are getting a little practice for that. So anyone with a link can comment. Click on the more button. So copy that link. Now I'm Ashley. I don't care who sees my essay. Now anyone who clicks on this link, this is a live link, anyone who clicks on it can see it. But now Ashley has the ability to perform peer review. Okay, Ashley, the number 2 person, is actually in the sweetest position because they get to be read by the first person and by the third person. So they get kind of double peer review. So if you're looking for a lot of feedback, I would try to be that second person to post. Anyway, now Ashley's going to click on Raquela's link. Number 2 is going to click on the number 1 link, and what she's going to get is a message that looks like this. You need permission. So Ashley needs to request access from Raquela to comment on the document. And so I've already done this to this person enough times. I'm not going to do that anymore. But Raquela then gets an email at her AOL account, apparently, that will ask for permission to, or to give Ashley permission to comment on the document, and that's something that Raquela needs to do. Now, if Raquela stops answering her emails or doesn't check her email for 2 days, well, Ashley needs to email me, which is what you need to do as well. You email me if the person whose peer review you're in charge of is dragging their feet and getting back to you or giving you access. And since I have equal ownership of everybody's folders, I can go in and give anybody access to anything. I will make sure that you get access to the person who you need to do peer review for. Okay, you with me? Believe me, this stuff, it's allowed to be a little choppy rather the first time. It'll be better the more we do it. And believe me, we're going to do it a lot. So now I'm Mickey. Okay, memories of a long gone home. So Mickey was a student I had who was not a high school student. She was a traditional, we call this student. So she can share. Anyone with a link can view. Mickey doesn't care either, and I know Mickey, and I know she wouldn't care. So then she's Mickey, oops, at, I can't think of any other old ones, Netscape.net, let's say. Okay, so she posts, and now Mickey can read Ashley's, and Raquela is also going to read Ashley's. So again, the second person gets to be read, because I don't want, otherwise Raquela, who's the very first person to post, she has to wait until, you know, student number 112 posts before she can do her peer review. That doesn't seem very fair. So instead of making her wait, the person who posts last just doesn't get any peer review. That's just tough. That's what you get for being the very last person to post your rough draft. So anyway, Mickey can have access to Ashley's, and then, oh, you know, let's just say, let's pick another one. Let's say this document, you know, this peer review document, I'm going to make this my essay. So I copy the link, and now I'm going to post, let's see, let's make my name Steve. Steve at, can I remember any of the old, oh, I'm blanking, I can't think of any. I don't know if GeoCities had email accounts, but I remember having a GeoCities account back when you guys were probably in diapers. Let's see, so then I would post mine there, and now I would read Mickey's. Mickey reads Ashley's. Raquela reads Ashley's. This thing will fill up hundreds, with 100+ rough drafts, and so hopefully you get the hang of it. You read the name of the essay that is posted above your name. All right, can I make that bold? I guess not. You will read the essay posted above yours, and what will you do once you post? Well, everybody is required to put questions in to their rough drafts. Let me just move this over now. So if we go back to week 3 here, I know I'm bouncing around a lot, but hopefully you're used to that by now. You'll add at least 3 questions to your rough draft, and there's lots of ways to do that. Control-Alt-M is fine, and Control-Enter is another way to submit it. So open-ended questions are much better than yes/no questions, or do you like this? This isn't a popularity contest. We're not in 3rd grade anymore, are we? So why don't you ask questions that are a little more open-ended? But you need to have 3 questions on your rough draft. And so I made these up for the previous screencast. How can I make this sentence more evocative? And then your job as a peer reviewer is to answer. I would add more sensory details. So anyway, I'm trying to get you, I'm trying to initiate a conversation for you and your peer reviewer to have about your essay. And in the process, I'm very sneakily helping to give you a working vocabulary of the challenges involved in writing clearly and following an assignment according to its expectations. And that's really what I'm, that's how this assignment is designed. You can also comment on things that you feel need commenting on. This doesn't make as much sense to me as I think you would like. Is there a better way to reword this? Perhaps, and then make a suggestion. Suggestions are always welcome. I'm going to take a drink. I hope that wasn't too loud or too disgusting. Okay, so once you have posted your rough draft to the sheet, you can get to work on peer review. And what do you do with peer review? You do this stuff. This link is available right here, and it's also available right here. It's 2 places on this sheet, so I'm really hoping that you see it, because if you don't, you may do peer review and you may do it incorrectly and get no credit for it. So as the reader of the rough draft, you are going to make 6 comments in the rough draft, and that is like this. 6 of these. Okay, so you can always, right click and, you can highlight an area, right click and comment. I do Control-Alt-M. It's a little quicker for me. So listen, 2 and only 2 of these comments may focus on grammar or word choice, but only 2. You're not any better at vocabulary than anybody else, so quit acting like you are. Don't I almost said a bad word. Don't crap on other people's attempts to be clear. That's the number one thing I kind of despise about peer review, is getting real bogged down on why would you use this word. Try to think in big picture. Try to think in global terms and not local terms. Try to see what the writer's trying to do on a bigger level than just nitpicking word choices or punctuation and stuff like that. This stuff's important, but it's not as important as some of you want it to be at the peer review phase. You're all writing rough drafts. You're all trying to get your ideas on the page. Let's not get too hung up on how clearly those ideas are expressed just yet. That's what revision is for. Revision is for proofreading and editing and sentence variety and sophisticating the vocabulary choices. It's not really something that happens very much at the peer review phase. So do not get hung up on grammar. Don't get hung up on word choice. Just don't. It's a requirement of this assignment. You have to answer at least 2 of the writer's questions. You can skip one because sometimes some people are better at writing questions than others, and that's okay. So try to answer at least 2 of the questions that the writer has made. And these are just suggestions. How's the intro looking? How's the thesis statement looking? Are the paragraphs organized and are they developed? Those are really important ideas. Is the paragraph in the right place, and does it provide an ample amount of development? How are the transitions? How helpful is the writer to readers? The level of detail, really important, especially in descriptive essays like this one. You have to have that one outside quote. So how is it looking? And then the effectiveness of the conclusion. One comment also should provide an outside link. There's the Purdue Owl, there's Grammar Girl, and there's Chomp Chomp. There's many other grammar resources out there and writing resources that you're welcome to use. And then at the end, you have to write 150 plus word note to the writer. What is your overall impression of the draft? What are your suggestions for improving? What's missing? What would you like to read more about? And please aspire to these qualities. Be honest, yes. Be productive, yes. But also at the same time, be respectful. That can be a tricky line to walk, I guess. Being honest and also being respectful, but give it a shot, please. And if you feel like you're being mean, guess what? You are being mean, and stop doing that. Okay, and as a writer, do not resolve any comments. Leave them there. I have to grade them. I have to go through and make sure everybody's doing what's expected of them. And as a result, if you resolve comments, then I'm not going to see them as they originally appeared, and that's going to be too bad for you and for your peer reviewer. So please don't. So this is a graded activity. If there's any drama whatsoever, please let me know as soon as possible. This is a tricky one too to talk about because some of you are going to be so fantastic at peer review. Some of you probably already are. You have some experience with peer review, and I can't wait to see how helpful you're going to be to each other throughout the course of the semester. Especially if you're really good, I'm probably going to start pairing you with certain people that maybe need good peer review. And some of you are going to be, it's going to take you a little longer to get your feet underneath you, so to speak, in terms of peer review. So consider all the feedback that you get from your peer reviewer. If you choose to involve me in your rough draft, feel free. You should definitely consider what I have to say, and certainly the writing center as well, or anyone else you show your paper. You're allowed to collect all the feedback you want, but ultimately this is your baby. This is your paper. Do what feels most authentic to you. Do what feels the most right to you. Own your own writing. Own your own process. Okay, and again, if I need to intervene in any way whatsoever, there's so many of you, and you all seem like a pretty decent bunch, to be honest. But I guess I've been wrong before, so maybe I'm due to be wrong again. So I hope there's no drama, but if there is any issues that come up, please involve me in them. All right, thank you.